sure a lot of people can relate to this, and I find myself a lot in this state. Truly, I'm in this state though because I believe I'm not where I should be and I need to do stuff. And it's this perpetual state of like believing I need to wake up earlier, believing my schedule's not good, judging myself, overthinking about what I need to do. And like the reality is, yeah, there is no good and bad. And I believe the reason I've just given myself grace is how I've been able to continue. But like surely I know when I view like the time I go to bed and wake up, I know it's not the best. Like going to bed at like 1:15 and then realizing I need like 9 hours of sleep usually, because if I wake up once or twice, that at least gives me like 7.5 to like maybe 8 hours of actual sleep. So like I slept till fucking, it's like 11 right now, 10:45. So 1:15, probably didn't fall asleep till like 1:30, 1:45, 10:45. That's like 9 hours, 1:45 to 10:45. That's probably what it was. And what I mean by that is like now I'm here judging myself, but it's like, fuck it, you can't do that. You need to just get to work. And other than that, updates like selling to businesses. And I believe it's a lie that you're supposed to follow your passion, and like your passion becomes what you're valuable at. And I feel like there's this like influx of like trying to be an online coach because we think that's what the answer is. But you become an online coach when like when people, it's hard to do outreach for like being an online coach, essentially. Like you're not gonna cold call people that. So like really I know that naturally like my coaching, and I am a coach, I you know, I've had past clients and I have a community, but like not a huge influx of like not an amount that's like sustainable for the cost of the life I want to live. So naturally I'm like, what are my skills and what can I do to sell to a business? And I think that's what's valuable for everybody to do. And give me a sec, I'm gonna take my fucking robe off. It's mad nice out. But regardless of that, like regardless, like the thing for me is like you're so attached to like, you know, the spiritual journey, the spiritual stuff, the healing. I like the healing, going to the retreats, and you're so attached to like doing that it like takes away the power of like those practices for myself. And it's like, that's why I'm like, it's almost healthier and more spiritual for me to be doing something where it's like working on a business, serving the business, and like doing something, this and that, not having to overthink about, am I delivering this or that, or am I speaking right, in the sense of like, if my product and service is good, it's good. And not that that's not the same with coaching, but like it's like I've been, you know, in this perpetual state of like trying to create this dynamic for so long, and it's like can't really articulate it, to put it this way, but like really it's like spiritual, like having a business that makes money and fucking you're able to fund that for like, you know. And stay tuned, like you're gonna see this in the main video, but like I'm funneling and investing all funds into better content, into better experiences, into more learning. So it's like all gonna actually fund what I want. It's like you think you need to be in this niche to be around these certain people, but you don't. It's like you need to have a high value skill. And yeah, I'm just excited. So I'll let you know. But honestly, I have conviction in what we're doing at Vaselli. Like, I believe that I know how to build stores better than 99% of people. So that's what I'm going to do for others. And there's just something beautiful about it. Can't quite put my finger on it, but something really turns me off about like being only a coach. Being only a coach for some reason. I don't know. It's like a coach, or like a fitness coach, or like even, you know, what I did in the past and what I do, like the foundation of the principles that I talk about in my community, and if I mentor people one-on-one, is self-sabotage and spiritual value systems and changes, mindset shifts. And those are really 99% of like how you're gonna build a business. Is like 99% of that is healing self-sabotage. That's why it only makes sense that my first offer was that, because that's what I had to heal and learn first before I was able to be here. And surely in building the brand that I built and the business I built, that transitioned into the offer that I have now. So it all works out in its favor, in your favor. But there's just something to think about there. Like, just find a high value skill and create a real business that you can honestly skip the other shit, man. Create a business that you can sell to businesses. And with that, you have a corporate vibe, professional vibe, and like, you know, heal the self-sabotage and teach that stuff, and people are going to want to come to you. And naturally, like, I just feel like with, you know, like I was saying, with the spiritual coaching, with the health coaching, it's like something that like somebody kind of has to want to do themselves. Like, you can sell them on it, and partly like that's what the sales call is for, that's what the content is for, so surely you're nurturing them. But I guess if you want to be that person where your content is solely like that, and like you have that, but for me it wasn't like, I didn't want to compromise who I was. And like, you know, the marketing strategy I have is like not so much talking about the spiritual principles, but like just not giving a fuck and doing what I want, and then realizing that that naturally gets shown through my content. And I guess separate of that, like if I were to create a separate conscious evolution, which you could say is like the niche side of my spiritual community and mentorship, if I were to just create a channel for that, then yeah, I guess it would be more strategic and down pat. But like, there's just something about it where, you know, I'm learning as I go. Ultimately, love Vaselli though, very passionate about it, and honestly, yeah, that was it. I just want to share that.